Hi everyone and welcome to Triple M Adventures with Bill. Before we get started, please consider subscribing to my channel and possibly becoming a Patreon. This is a review of the ToolkitRC M6D charger. It is a dual charger. It can charge 1 to 6S and you've got 2 ports so that you can charge 2 batteries at the same time. So let's switch over to it and I'll go through all the menus and a physical look at it. And here we go. Here is the charger. It's plugged into my ToolkitRC mains power supply. Okay, so you can see we've got 2 ports. We've got 2 charging windows there. Now, if we go to this side, we've just got a cooling fan. We've got an XT60, 2 of them, and 2 balance ports up to 6S. This side, we've got another cooling vent, quite a big one. And the only other thing we have is our input, and we can input a 2 to a 6S on the input if you want to use a LiPo battery, and we've got an output for a USB so you could charge your phone. So now let's have a look at the menus. So you can see both of the ports are on standby. So if I click, now I can scroll over with this wheel, so you've got an exit button, a scroll wheel, and it clicks down. So we can change this to port 1. And then we should be able to go up and we can then select our battery types, and I'll put those up on screen later on, but there they all are. UAV battery, that's interesting. Okay, we'll go through that later. It's on LiPo. We can auto select the cell. As I've said in my other previews of chargers, I tend to like to select that. So I'm going to select 4 cell for later on when I do the charge and the storage charge tests. Charge mode, so we click there, we can choose charge, discharge or storage. So we're going to click charge. End voltage, obviously we can adjust that by clicking and choosing whichever one we want. We're going to keep that, this is a normal LiPo, so not a high voltage one. And then we can pick our current. So on this one, I'm going to be charging a 1500 milliamp hour battery. So at 1C, we've got to change that down to 1.5 amps. And then we would be good to go. We would just go down, go to start and click start. There's no battery on it, so I'm not going to do that at present, so we exit. Now we can do the same. If we hold down, change that to channel 2, and then we can make adjustments to that one. So let's just change that to a 2S and then exit. So okay, we can't see the information on the screen, so every time you charge a battery you would need to check you have put the right settings in. Now let's go on to the menu for the setup. You long press this button, and again I'm briefly going to go through these. These will all be in the manual, so we can change the input settings. Here we go, a power as an adapter, and we can change the maximum power, maximum current, and the voltage range. All right, so we exit, oops again, and long press. We've got security settings, so this will be the temperature, external temperature, safe battery 200, set for 200 minutes in case it carries on charging and charging, it will turn itself off for safety. Then let's just minimize this one by clicking, and then we've got synchronous mode off. That will have to have a look at the manual to see what that is. Continuous work off, work completed, the end. We've got battery selection off, we've got a backlight, we've got a buzzer, we've got the language that we can pick, and we've got default style and default. So that's all the menus. I'm not going to go into these in great detail because you can have a look at the manual that comes with your charger, or you can go and download the manual from the ToolkitRC website and just check out all the options. Now let's do the charge test of our 4S 1500 milliamp hour battery. Okay, I'm just going to have to plug this in. Go to port 1. Okay, immediately picks up the voltage. Let's put it so that you can see it. All right, we're going to click the enter button. Let's go down and change that. It's LiPo. I'm going to change that to a 3S. And end voltage is good. Charge. It's got to come. Oops, daisy. There we go. So now we're on port 2. Let's go port 1. Oops, daisy. Okay, change that again. So that's why you need to check every time you charge a battery that you make sure you're picking the correct settings. Okay, that looks good. 4S charge, 4.2, 0.5 when charge port 1, and we'll push start. And the end voltage is going to be 16.8, and just confirm that. And off we go. Let's see how long it takes to charge the battery up. And you can see here now, if we scroll the wheel, you'll see the voltages of each cell. If I click over, we can now see the internal resistances. So, and then we can see the charging details, how many watts that's been put into the battery. So it's quite good. You can see all the information you need on the screen. Let's go back to that one. I've just checked the manual, and with the M6D, the fan does not come on until 45 degrees C. The fan on this has 2 speeds. At 45 degrees centigrade, it's only on half speed. There we go. So it's taken over 18 minutes before it's actually needed to turn on. And when the temperature exceeds 53 degrees centigrade, then the fan goes to full bore. Now that's not very loud at all at the moment. The charge has been going for 27 minutes now, and it's showing 4.2 on all 4 cells. The fan only came on once, so it's very, very quiet. And there we go, fast charging was at 30 minutes and 9 seconds. And you can see the charge cycle is completed, and it took 31 minutes and 36 seconds. Now let's do the storage charge test. Okay, we'll push enter. Let's make sure everything is good. So we've got LiPo 4S, storage charge. We're dissipating the heat internally. End voltage 3.85, charge, and then put my discharge rate at 1.5 amps. And we push start. And we say, yep, that's good. All looks good. Okay. You can see the temperature going up dramatically there. So maybe this will discharge quite quickly. See, we're already at 41C within 20 seconds. Coming up to when the fan will come on in less than a minute. There we go, the fan's on. We're just over 42.5 minutes now into the storage cycle, and each cell is showing 3.85. The fan has stayed on, but it's not gone to the maximum speed. The fan has just turned off at roughly 43 minutes. Okay, the process is now finished. And it took 44 minutes and 15 seconds. I just wanted to show you the M6D charger charging 2 4-cell batteries, which it's doing very comfortably, and it's not getting very hot. The fan came on briefly and went off again. And it's showing, 44.9, so it's about to come back on again. So let me see if I can record the sound of it. Okay, you can see it's comfortably charging those 2 batteries. It appears that the M6D has stabilised at around 79.5C. Doesn't appear to be getting any hotter than that, so it is discharging both these packs at the same time. Here are the voltage comparisons between the charger and my multimeter. Now on to my summary of the ToolkitRC M6D charger. The charger is very easy to use. The buttons are very positive, and it's got a really great screen that gives you all the information you need whilst you're charging your batteries, gives you all the feedback you need. It can charge 2 batteries at the same time. It can do 1S to 6S, which is great if you're a quad pilot, because I know a lot of quad pilots have changed over to 6S. It can also charge DJI batteries, which would be very useful for some people, especially now this new FPV drone is out of theirs. It also has a great feature which some of the other ToolkitRC chargers have, and that is the variable power supply. And that's a great feature to have, so that you can adjust the ampage or the volts you want coming out of it, so you can power different things. Now, let's get on to the bit that everybody wants to know. Would I buy this again with my money? I really would buy this with my own money. It's performed well and when I run the chargers through the test, I mean, I do quite a lot of testing with it, and it's on for a long time. It got up to the maximum, or close to the maximum temperature that it should have done for discharging, but I was pushing the limits with it because I was discharging 2 batteries at the same time. But it did it okay. There was no problem at all. So yes, would I buy it with my own money? Yes, I would. And I think this charger will be aimed at everyone because it can do 1S up to 6S. So I don't discuss price in my reviews because of the price variables. I mean, I would have to give you the prices if I bought it in South Africa in rand or dollars. So I don't give prices. So you'd have to look at the price of it to decide whether you wanted to buy this charger. But at the end of it, I just want to say, would I buy it with my own money? And this one I particularly would. And I would recommend it. It would be a good charger. Before I go, I'd like to go into one more feature that the M6D charger has, and that's synchronous mode. What this does is allows you to plug in one battery into both ports. This allows you to charge it at a rate of up to 25 amps. So if you had a big capacity battery, I think that would be very useful. I just want to thank ToolkitRC for supplying the M6D for review. Thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments section below because I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy flying. Bye for now. There is an affiliate link in the description below if you would like to purchase the product I just reviewed, which would help support my channel.